but everybody's got the same car with a different wrapper on it. I mean, and they're relatively tuned the same. I mean, it's too cookie cutter. So if I do this Mountain Motor deal, I'm liable to come out with an old Lumina, an old Cavalier, or something that's pro stock material of 10, 12 years ago that I'll take down my Bickel or Haas and change the four-link bars around, change everything around that needs to be, make it a double rail car, whatever I need to do, but I'll have a body style that's not like 10 or 12 of the others. And that's just the way I am. I mean, over the years, I've liked something different than everyone else has got. It makes it, makes the bearing in racing better. I mean, people can associate. That's a 74 Camaro, that's a 66 Nova. That's what I liked about this nostalgia Pro Stock. So I love about nostalgia Pro Stock. You have so many different body styles. I mean, where else can you go and see a Fairmont Pro Stock race? Against a 78 Camaro or an 86 T-Bird. Where? You can't. Nostalgia Pro Stock is where it's at. There's Bob Glidden cars, there's Bill Jenkins cars, Ray Morrison cars, Warren Johnson cars. There's going to be some Antonio cars coming out. There's, Jerry Eckman, Jeff Reddison's got, redoing the Eckman car. I mean, then Jerry's actually driven it. Where do you find that? Where a guy comes out of NHRA Pro Stock history and sits in and replicated Nostalgia Pro Stock and makes a couple of hits for it. I mean, where are you going to go find that?
Yeah.
And it's guys like the Mark Pappases and the Bob Marys and the Dan Manises and the Jeff Reddisons that are bringing this back. You got to give credit to them guys. I mean, they spend hard-earned time. Nobody's paying them to do it. And, the fans have to relate to that. They have to realize that these guys are the ones that are bringing back this memorabilia. And it's, a lot of it's on their own dime. And trust me, we're all business people. We all have jobs. There's not a harder working guy than Mark Pappas. I don't know, the guy never sleeps. I call him all hours of the day or night, and he's doing something. He's either going to work at work or working on the race car. And, that's called devotion. And there's so many good guys on all the teams. I mean, there's guys that were never pro racers, but idolized it so much. And one day their dream was to own a pro stock car, that have taken these cars and renovated them and made them these pro stock lookalikes or clones or the proper words for it. That are living their dream. And you can't take that away from them. Sure, they're not 6-second cars, but they're fast enough to fulfill their dreams. And that is what is so cool about Nostalgia Pro Stock. There's a place for everybody. And the only thing that I would wish is that someday, somewhere, somebody makes a sanctioned race for Nostalgia Pro Stock. And those who want to participate have a place to go. Those who don't want to participate and show their cars and make exhibition runs, they got a place to go. And that's a them and nobody. It's open to all aspects, all groups. And hopefully one day it'll all materialize.
Yeah. All right, so Bill, I'm going to ask you a few more questions. We're going to do a few fun questions here before we close out. Do you have any hobbies outside of drag racing?
Oh, yeah. I've got, I'm a big-time upland bird hunter, and I love hunting. I got Harleys, so I got street cars. I still think around with street cars here and there. ATVs, UTVs, snowmobiles. I live on a farm, and not a working cattle farm, as you might think, but more kind of like an estate deal. I love cutting grass. I cut 20 acres of grass. Pruning trees and building nature trail walkways through the wetland. Just stuff like that keeps me occupied here on the farm. I mean, when I get frustrated at work, I come home and just do something on the farm here. I'm not totally retired out of the business, but I've cut my business back probably 75%. I just want to go back and have something to occupy my mind, which is going to free up more time for my hobbies and such, and my first love of drag racing. I'm currently with the love of my life, Debbie. I mean, she's a great gal. She keeps me in line. She's part of the reason why I've recovered the way I have from this heart attack. She was with me the day I had it. She keeps me in line. She takes care of me. I mean, I can't give enough credit to her. She deserves me to compliment her on that. We do a lot of things together. She loves the Harley. She loves the UTVs, ATVs, snowmobiling. I bought her own snowmobile this year. She was a natural on it. We just do so much together. That's a key thing in life, is to have a partner like that you enjoy, that you have so much in common with.
Right.
I love my dogs. I've had Labradors all my life. I mean, they're like my children. They're my hunting partners. I'm telling you so much about me. I feel like I'm writing a book.
Right,
but I have other hobbies other than drag racing. Drag racing takes up the majority of my time. And I'm constantly on the phone talking with people, ordering parts, selling parts, tinkering with the car. This winter, I've probably made 5 changes. The car never left the projects. Just changing different things and different thought processes. I've built combinations that I have numbered and sitting ready to go that I want to use. Okay, so if one combination doesn't work, I've got plan B, plan C, and plan D set. And, hopefully one of them's got to work. It's just that if not, I continue on it. But that occupies my time. I mean, sitting on the computer, sitting with a calculator next to me, figuring gear ratios and percentages of drop and tire size and rollout, and all of that is all part of the equation. I mean, and that's what it takes to be competitive in pro stock. I mean, it's to buy a bunch of parts and throw them in a car and hope that it works. Okay, but don't be disappointed in the outcome if it's not great. And you got to go to work and you got to find the flavor the car likes.
Right.
And that's what's driving me to go and race the 632 class. And if I do well in the 632 class, well, then I say I just started around the road and I'm going to buy another pro stock car.
All right, now, so what's Bill Neri's favorite food to eat?
My favorite what?
Favorite food to eat.
Favorite food to eat?
Yes, sir.
Well, that has changed dramatically after my health condition. I'm eating very healthy nowadays. I've cut out 90% of the sugar. I never salt anything anymore. I've gotten away from a lot of red meat. I had my grill going constantly with some kind of a steak or a burger on it. Ribs, I used to love ribs. I've cut that out maybe to once a week. I'm half Italian, so I grew up on Italian food. My father was an excellent cook. I've had to wean myself from the Italian food. So essentially, the short line is I'm eating very healthy. A lot of salads, a lot of healthy foods, vegetables, fruits. I've lost a lot of weight, gained a lot of muscle back. The one thing about having a heart attack is you lose a lot of your muscle tone. And I'm working out. I went through 12 weeks of rehab. I finished with my diploma very well with the rehab. My doctor thinks the world of me. He's really a cool guy, big Corvette guy. He's got 15 Corvettes. What better of a cardio doctor can you have than a guy that's in your head? He's the one that's been holding me back and getting back in the driver's seat. I have to take his advice. He's been monitoring me. Every couple of weeks I go and see him, and they take pictures of my heart. The biggest problem I've had is a lot of cholesterol buildup. He keeps telling me I got the heart of an athlete, but I'll tell you this. He says to me, Bill, I'm going to put it in your terms. He goes, you put a bigger fuel pump in the car, but you didn't increase the line going through it. He says, that's your problem, because you're so filled up with plaque in your veins, your heart doesn't get the adequate amount of blood. So, that being said, that's what I'm fighting right now. But he's giving me the go ahead. to get back in the car now. Hopefully, I'm going to Memphis NMCA. We're going to try that. I'm going to try it naturally aspirated. That'll be my first outing with the WJ car. The second outing is TBA. There's a few different avenues I could take. I might just go and test with it. Depends on how I do with the NMCA race. If I don't make the NMCA race, well, then I am going testing with it. And I'm going to beat it until I know I'm competitive with it. And I'll find out what's going to make it go on the racetrack. If I got to resort back to putting the bottle in the car, I've got that knowledge too, by the way. I've still got bottles and all different kinds of nitrous systems. I would rather do it naturally aspirated. We'll see how that turns out. How we get off of this, we were talking about food. But getting back to food, eat healthy, a lot of organic foods. Stay away from the pesticides, stay away from the candies, stay away from the sugars. I used to love ketchup. Here's a good. I used to put ketchup on my cornflakes. I loved ketchup, bottles of it. And one day I looked on the internet, and there was a bottle of Heinz ketchup. And there was an empty bottle and a full bottle of Heinz ketchup. And the empty bottle was a third full of sugar. I never realized there was that much sugar in ketchup. And that makes you like corn. Sugar is the worst thing for you. Some natural sugars, yes, but everything we eat here is so full of sugars and salts, killing us. And I'm probably 100 times smarter today in the last 7 months on foods that we ingest and what it does to affect your body. My advice to the public, the listening people that are out there right now listening to us, watch what you eat, because it'll come back and get you. I mean, that's what's killing us in this world today with cancers and stroke and heart attack and such. It's what we're putting in our bodies. And I feel so much better. I had a bout with Lyme's disease. I got bit by a tick when I was out hunting pheasants one day. I never thought anything of it. I contracted Lyme's disease. Talk about a painful problem with your muscles and joints and fatigue and mind thought loss and such. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I felt that. I no sooner got over the Lyme disease, I had this freaking heart attack. And, now I've overcome a heart attack. And then I don't care what they throw at me. Mindset. I'd like to mention one of the nostalgia stock racers, Mike Ropo. His brother just had a massive heart attack. And I would like to wish him a very speedy recovery, get well, and he would probably more than likely really appreciate our prayers and thoughts going towards him right now, both Mike and his brother. So again, Mike Ropo's brother, give him some prayers fighting a heart attack, I know.
Ropo's a good guy. I had an interview with Ropo before.
Yeah, I just read it this morning. I was going to give Mike a call and wish him well for his brother. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you never know when that's going to attack you. I mean, it's and when it does, it's too late. You better be ready for it.
Yeah, I got high blood pressure, and then I just had gout recently.
Yeah, I know what gout's all about too. I mean, the spicy Italian foods are good to go. But it's what we eat. I mean, just pay attention to what we're eating today. I mean, that's the advice I can give the public. Pay attention to what we're eating, and trust me, it's taken me a while to recover from this. But I'm on the up and up. I don't look back. I'm not headed that way.
Yeah.
So
what's your favorite beverage to drink?
Water.
Water?
Lemon water. Yeah. So, cocktails, I like Bailey's. In fact, I had a little Bailey's in my coffee here this morning. I'm not a big drinker. Occasional Jack Daniels and Coke, but I hate Coke. So it's something else I've slacked away off on cocktails in the evening. I just have a couple glasses of Bailey's on the rocks, maybe a little of my coffee in the morning. I don't smoke. I never have smoked. Cigarettes are recreational. I've never had problems with cigarettes. Occasional cigar on an occasion, celebration occasion, I'll take a few puffs and stuff, So I never thought I'd had a massive heart attack. It was the stress that brought it on to me. And the things I ate, constantly had beef sandwich in my hand and hot peppers, and it catches up with you. I mean, the plaque builds up. The plaque broke off. It plugged my main artery. They called the widowmaker. I was 100% plugged. And when I got to the hospital, the doctor said, I don't know what kept you alive, because I really don't. You had no blood going to your heart. I'm like, I was too stubborn. I got to the pearly gates, and they said, oh, no, we don't like you here. You got a bad attitude. Go back and finish the job you sent you there to be. That was the only way I could figure out why I'm still here, because they didn't want me in heaven.
Yeah.
The devil and I go head to head all the time anyhow. So, I don't know. I just, it came around and up, and they gave me a second chance on it, and I'm very grateful.
Yep. All right, so Bill, what's your favorite music to listen to?
Eagles.
The Eagles?
Eagles. Yeah, I'm a big Eagles fan. Joe Walsh is my favorite. I mean, he's just, he sings a couple songs that relate to me. And I get a kick out of him. He's, he was kind of like me growing up. Chainsaw cut holes in walls and motel rooms and such like that. I mean, I can relate to that. I was, my father, not your angel kid. I don't know how my father kept from killing me, but, but I'd do it all over again. People ask me, if you had to do your life all over again, what would you change? I'm like, that's not a thing. I had a good time growing up. I grew up on a farm. And just, like I said, that's my racing career started. I raced snowmobiles. I raced motorcycles, dirt bikes, drag cars on, bit move. I raced. Well, we used to race the farm tractors down there.
Right.
I had, the ejection pumps tuned up on them. I'd back the fuel off on them. I'd spin them a little harder on the RPM. The neighboring farmers used to always laugh at me. You got both of my doors blown off by a 12-year-old kid on a May 06 farm ball. That's just the nature. I love racing. My second, a lot of people ask me this question. I'm surprised you haven't. My second favorite type of racing is I would want to sit in an open wheel World Outlaws car. If I had to give up drag racing, but it could still race, it would be a World Outlaws car. I run around on my ATVs and UTVs, kicking dirt sideways, wide open. I never lift, and I would love to go World Outlaws racing.
Yeah, my dad used to take me to watch the World of Outlaws when Santa Fe Speedway was around years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun watching.
Sammy, all them guys, the greats. I mean, I could sit there and eat dirt. Good friend of mine, I'm still associated with, Corky Carlson and Craig, his son's role. They had a World car. Local, they participated. They weren't by far one of the top guys, but they were out there trying, and I remember those days, hanging out with them in the cars. And, just that would be my second love, to get in one of them and send some dirt balls off in the grandstands. But other than that, it's, God, I can't get over how it's snowing. It's a blizzard outside.
So this next question, Bill, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to answer it, because do you support the President of the United States we currently have?
Do I support him?
Yeah.
This is what we needed. We needed a businessman in office, not a politician that was his hands out.
Exactly.
And, I love the guy to death. I'm not a political activist. I mean, it is what it is. But if people can't see our stock markets, I'm a businessman. I'm in the construction field.
Yep.
And the construction right now is the best it's been in 10 years. Okay, and climbing every day. I buy and sell heavy equipment and parts and such, dismantle and sell parts and stuff. And the demand is escalating. It's my new business. Ever since I retired out of the earth moving, I've been buying and selling machines and selling parts. It's the best economy I've seen in 10 years.
Right.
And if people can't see what he has done for America, it's your own fault. And I got nothing against the Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm basically I'm a three waters. But I don't know.
Yeah, anything he does good, they try to turn it around and make it look bad. I don't know. It's crazy.
You know, if you listen to the media, okay, that's one thing I've learned in life. You can listen all you want. You know, people used to call me advice all the time. I still did what I wanted to do. If you're going to go on everyone else's advice, it's similar to racing. You know, somebody will watch your race target on the racetrack and come back and tell you what you did wrong. Okay? If you feel you're going to take their advice, some of them will lead you down a dark alley. You know, we're all grown-ups at this. Take it for what it's worth. If you like the Democratic side, well, then so be it. If you like the Republican side, same way. I mean, I look at Donald Trump as neither a Democrat or Republican.
Right.
I look at him as a businessman trying to take our country, okay, which was suffering tremendously, and try to turn it around like a business. And he's doing well.
Exactly.
God bless him. I love him so.
Yeah. Well, Bill, I want to thank you very much for taking time to interview today. We've been going for over an hour and a half now. I'm going to keep you on the phone all day.
Okay. I got to go out and finish a manifold for that motor we put together. So it's been a pleasure talking with you. I hope I didn't put too many people to sleep. And I appreciate you calling and having a chat with you.
We'll do another one in the future.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dave.
Okay. You have a great day, Bill.
Okay. Goodbye to all the fans. Thank you.
Bye-bye.